In this video, we will be learning about adjectives and adverbs. What are adjectives? We use adjectives to describe a noun. Let's take a look at an example. This is a weekly magazine. The adjective weekly comes before the noun magazine. The adjective tells us how often the magazine is published, every week. How do we use adjectives? Many adjectives are put before the noun they describe, or after linking verbs like be, become, get, and seem. Let's take a look at this example. This sentence uses two adjectives in different positions. The adjective new comes before the noun fridge. It tells us what kind of fridge it is, a new one. The second adjective, expensive, comes after the linking verb look. This adjective tells us more about the fridge's appearance. Let's look at some other ways we can use adjectives. We can use adjectives after the verbs keep and make. Here's an example. This jacket will keep you warm. This sentence uses the verb keep and the adjective warm. It tells us what the jacket will do. Now that we have learnt what adjectives are, let's take a look at adverbs. What is an adverb? We use adverbs to describe verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Let's take a look at an example. In this sentence, the adverb heavily is used to describe the verb rained. The adverb gives us more information about the rain. In this case, it tells us that it rained a lot. How do we form adverbs? We usually form adverbs by adding an ly to the end of an adjective. Let's take a look at an example. In the first line of this sentence, the verb had been talking is modified by the adverb angrily. The adverb angrily is formed by adding an ly ending to the adjective angry. Now let's take a look at the second line. For adjectives like friendly, which already end in ly, we use prepositional phrases instead to avoid a double ly ending. The prepositional phrase in a friendly way modifies the verb greeted. It tells us how the people greeted the speaker. Some adverbs have the same form and meaning as adjectives. Let's take a look at some examples. First, let's look at the word late. In this sentence, the word late is used as an adverb to describe when the speaker arrived. However, the same word can also be used as an adjective, as in this sentence, our shipment is late. Some other examples of adverbs that have the same form and meaning as their equivalent adjectives are cheap, clean, free, hard, low, high, quick, fair, and long. While some adverbs have the same form and meaning as adjectives, others do not. First, let's look at adverbs that have different forms to adjectives, but share the same meaning. Here is an example sentence. Either quick or quickly can be used in this sentence, although we usually use the ly form in more formal situations. Although some adverbs have the same meaning, regardless of whether they take an ly suffix or not, some adverbs have a different meaning when we add ly to the adjective. Let's look at the adjective near as an example. In the first sentence, near is used to mean close by. However, if we add an ly to near, its meaning changes. For example, In the sentence, Tina nearly tripped over a rock. The meaning is that she almost tripped over a rock. Other examples of adverbs carrying a different meaning when the suffix ly is added are hard, direct, high, and late. Another way to add descriptions to nouns is to use prepositional phrases after them. For example, in this example sentence, the noun girl is followed by the prepositional phrase with long hair. The prepositional phrase gives more information about the noun girl. We can also use prepositional phrases as adverbs to give more information about verbs. Where do we use adjectives and adverbs? Although we find them in all text types, we are likely to encounter them regularly in different types of reviews, including restaurant reviews, as well as in travel writing. Let's practice reading. Can you identify the adjectives and adverbs in the following passage? Here are the answers: quick, basic, extremely, surprised, very, and fresh. Let's practice listening. Question 1. Listen to sentences A and B and decide which sentence uses adverbs correctly. A. I don't feel well, so I think I'll go to bed early. B. Don't bother to get help, as it won't be necessary. The answer is A. I don't feel well, so I think I'll go to bed early. Question 2. Listen to sentences C and D and decide which sentence uses an adverb correctly. C. Lisa is training hard for the final round of the competition. D. Lisa is training hardly for the final round of the competition. The answer is C. Lisa is training hard for the final round of the competition. Let's practice writing. Fill in the blanks by choosing the correct option. The answers are now on the screen. The first answer is delicious, and the second answer is daily. Did you get the same answers? Let's practice speaking. Answer the following questions out loud using adjectives and adverbs. Question 1. Describe the clothes you are wearing now. Question 2. How often do you watch television? Question 3. How would you describe your personality?